It is a big sports weekend in Metro Atlanta. Chris Clark had to be somewhere tonight, and that somewhere is Atlanta Motor Speedway. Chris.
Doug, this place was roaring about 15 minutes ago. They just wrapped up the NASCAR nationwide race here. I mean, the stands were packed. You talk about a city that shows up for a cup race. Ron Hornaday won the truck race last night. Carl Edwards was really fast in practice. He took the pole for this nationwide race, and of course, you start from the pole, you're going to be up front, and he led most of the way. He took the checkered flag at the Great Clips 300. Carl Edwards with the backflip and the duck, and a fan favorite just blistered everybody, taking home the checkered flag once again. Our hometown favorite, Reed Sorensen, did not do as well. Doing along pretty well, top 10, top 15 car most of the night, but then his teammate of all people, Justin Allgaier, gets into him. They're both finished, both of them out of the top 20. A teammate of all people doing it for you here. We caught up with Reed after the race. You talk about somebody that was just none too happy.
I don't have anything to say about it. I'll tell you one thing. I will find him after the race, and it'll be between me and him, because all these guys work at the shop together on these race cars at Turner Motorsports and work hard. And he just tore a race car up for us, so not happy about it. And Dollar General car was good tonight, and I thought we were gonna, do okay, have a nice top 10 finish. Worked hard all night, but I'll find him, I promise you.
Yeah, that Dollar General car was working really well. Of course, he's in the top 3 in the point standings. This is just a crushing night for him. But, of course, the big night tomorrow night, the Advocare 500, when all of the big boys are going to come out. Jimmy Johnson, Jeff Gordon. He had the pole for today's race for a little while before Casey Kane took it from him. Slick racetrack. Tony Stewart does well. Who's going to win it? Well, we tried to figure that out a little bit earlier today. Fastest in practice. That's what Jeff Gordon was after the final Cup session this afternoon. But speed during the daytime doesn't necessarily carry over once the sun sets in Hampton.
I wish I had a diagram here to show the folks at home, but these cars go in the corner and they sit down on these bump stops, and so many things happen in the chassis that it's really tough to predict how it's going to handle later. It's a great place to race. It's just slippery. It takes time to get your car balanced right.
With 2 races to go in the race for the chase, Unadilla's David Reagan can still get in, but he needs to finish up front.
Yeah, I mean, we're still 1 win away from making the chase. Even a couple of good runs and some other things working out our way, but I think we've got a great chance of making the chase.
Decula's Andy Lally is running a Cup race for the first time in Atlanta. He's hoping a winning diet will translate into speed on the track.
I do have a little bit different diet than most, different lifestyle really. I'm a vegan, meaning no animals or no animal byproduct.
And that's where Chef Elaine Bush comes in.
Andy's a vegan, so I do like a non-cheese pizza. The pizza crust that I use doesn't have any egg in it. It's got honey.
Thank you very much. It's kind of a good luck thing. It's kind of a feel thing. It's great to carb up, and just a real good healthy meal for you before a race.
One last note, it's the first time Bill Elliott will not be running in Atlanta since he became a full-time NASCAR driver in the early 80s. Doug?
All right, we'll see you back in a few. Still ahead on